I presumed I was going to peel him off the canvas.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to worry about, but I knew what I was getting into, and I knew he was...
Have you ever had conversations with him where you said, like, I don't want you to do this anymore?
Many times. Yeah, many times, over and over and over. I've said to him, I think you're done. You're no more boxing, no more boxing. But he loves it, and unfortunately, it is his life. And I don't know where it's going to be when it ends. I don't know where he's going to go with this, because he's walked away from it so many times and thoroughly believing that he is, like, I don't ever believe him, but he believes it. He believes at the time that he's retired and he's not going to go back to boxing and he's finished with it. And something pulls him back because he can't find anything to sort of fulfill his life the way that boxing does.
Paris Fury openly criticizes Tyson Fury during the interview, making a harsh remark about his physical condition and calling out his current shape. The statement highlights frustration and tension within their dynamic, suggesting concerns about discipline and lifestyle. The moment quickly grabs attention as it shows even inside the Fury circle, emotions are running high around Tyson's recent form and public image.
I used to watch him go in the ring, I always used to get nervous, and then the higher up he got, because the first few men he used to box, I knew he could beat. I knew, like, oh, he's going to go in there, he's going to beat them. He's a big, strong man. But then, obviously, the level of opponents got higher, and it got more dangerous. And it just become a point where I don't enjoy watching him box. I haven't enjoyed watching him box for years. And I just support him because that's what he loves to do. But it's not nice. And to watch a loved one or a friend go into the ring is hard. So never mind watch your husband go in. I've said this before. People think I would be upset by this, but if Tyson wasn't doing his boxing, I wouldn't have been famous. I may have done other different business deals. I might have followed different avenues. You know, I've always been that way inclined. But I can't say, obviously, I wouldn't have been broadly known if Tyson wasn't the boxer he is. I wouldn't, because I'd have never, ever seeked out to be famous. That was something that was never, ever on my agenda, like to think, oh, I want to be famous.
You never had that?
No, like that was just not even slightly on the agenda. Like, it wasn't something that I thought would ever come. Even when I used to speak on interviews, I used to just think, oh, they just want to talk to me because it's about Tyson, like I'm just talking. But then obviously I grew my own fan base and people liked me for the person I am, especially as I was older and I had my children and I was a mother and people could relate to that. And then different situations arose in life, what people really related to. And I found it's just been something that's grew.
Boxing professionals heavily criticize Tyson Fury, questioning his decision to continue fighting instead of retiring. The discussion highlights doubts over his current motivation and whether he still holds the dominance of a true heavyweight king. Experts suggest his legacy could be at risk if he continues, as opinions grow that his best days may already be behind him and each return now brings more pressure and scrutiny.
He cannot give us any... I don't even know why he's calling out AJ. AJ will fucking smoke him. He needs to relax when I call shout out. That fight...
This version of Tyson beats 70-80% of fighters in the world. Do I look at him and think that version of Tyson can be a world champion again? No. Why is Tyson fighting again?
That AJ wants to have a fight in the summer, I'm guessing June or July. I'm going to lean to July. And then he wants to fight Tyson Fury, and the date that I think Eddie Hearn is quoting is November.
AJ's two-time world champ. He's up there, and he's either going to become a world champion again or have a big fight with someone like Fury and make some money, or just
Paris Fury states that a Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight is exactly what British boxing fans have been waiting for. She points out that major fights should not be delayed for too long like other historic bouts that took years to build. Her message suggests urgency, supporting the idea that if both fighters agree, the fight can and should be made without further delay.
I think it's what the British fans want, and I think it would be a fight that would be amazing. Do you know, it doesn't want to go on forever like the Pacquiao fights. They take years and years to build and build and build. And I think it's time for that to happen. And if that's what Tyson wants, then it would be great. If AJ wants it, I'm sure they can make it.
Johnny Nelson suggests that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury are each other's most suitable opponents in boxing right now. However, he raises doubts about Tyson Fury's current level, stating that he may no longer be performing at full world championship standard. He further questions Fury's decision to continue fighting, implying uncertainty about his motivation and long-term direction in the sport.
For AJ, his best dance partner is Tyson, and for Tyson, vice versa. I looked at that version of Tyson on Saturday night and I thought, this version of Tyson beats 70-80% of fighters in the world. Do I look at him and think that version of Tyson can be a world champion again? No. Why is Tyson fighting again? I don't know.
Carl Froch strongly pushes for the long-awaited Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury fight, stressing that the demand is still huge despite the delay. He criticizes the ongoing build-up, warning that excessive talk and promotional delays could damage the excitement around it. Froch believes both fighters should stop hesitating and make the fight immediately before the opportunity fades further.
We still want to see it now because it's AJ Tyson Fury. It's past his sell-by date, but it's still a big fight. These two should just fucking get on with it, get in there and get this fight made. And all this pre-fight warm-up bullshit is totally unnecessary. It's going to kill it. Anyway, let's see what transpires with the AJ Fury fight. I feel that if these two don't fight each other next, if AJ has a warm-up fight, he could, even if he's fighting someone who's a knockover, he might get injured, he might hurt his elbow, he might jar his shoulder or twist his neck, and he's going to need 2-3 months out, then he's going to need another 3 months training camp. This fight gets further and further away from happening. This fight needs to happen.
Eric Chisora delivers a very emotional and frustrated reaction, completely dismissing the fight as lacking real action or intensity. He compares it to sparring sessions, suggesting it never reached proper fight-level standards. His tone shows clear disappointment, as he believes the contest failed to deliver excitement and left fans underwhelmed after high expectations going into it.
The fight was crap. He could have stopped better than your one. You're mad. My one, everybody was up on their toes. Are you mad? Are you mad? Man, you fell asleep, I saw you fell asleep. I did watching it. Yeah, your one.
Eddie Hearn provides an update on Anthony Joshua's situation, explaining that AJ is not ready to step into the ring for an announcement, but progress is being made behind the scenes. He confirms that Tyson Fury discussions are active and that Joshua is close to receiving clearance for full training. The focus remains on careful preparation before any official fight confirmation is made.
It was like, ultimately, AJ, do you want to get in a ring to announce the fight? No. Like, I don't want to get into it, tell the public that we're fighting Tyson Fury.
Johnny Nelson stresses that Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua remains the biggest fight in boxing despite all other heavyweight developments. However, he warns that timing is critical because any future loss from either fighter could reduce the hype significantly. He believes the fight must happen without delays or warm-up bouts, as waiting too long risks destroying its status as the biggest matchup in the sport.
Now, regardless of all the heavyweights around the world, it is the biggest fight in boxing to it, even now. But you can't leave it too long. And we've had the Gypsies warning. AJ got turned over. Fury's been retired. Now that you've got the chance for this to happen, you can't leave it too long because one of them lose. That is no longer the biggest fight in boxing.
So AJ doesn't get a warm up.
And you know what? I think AJ and Fury is bigger than anybody you put in.
Anthony Joshua expresses strong confidence and intent ahead of a potential clash with Tyson Fury, stating that his power can cause serious damage in the ring. He confirms that discussions are moving forward and contracts will soon be reviewed. His statement signals seriousness and readiness, increasing anticipation that the long-awaited fight could finally be approaching official confirmation.
I'm here to fight. Contracts will be sent over, we'll go through the nitty-gritty, and you'll probably see us in the ring next.
Amir Khan praises Tyson Fury's return, highlighting his sharp performance and strong comeback after time away from boxing. He supports the idea of a mega fight between Fury and Anthony Joshua, calling it a massive moment for British boxing. His comments add further momentum to speculation that the long-awaited clash could finally be next if negotiations align properly.
Tyson Fury was fantastic today. He boxed really well, and it's great to see that he's back on the scene again. And obviously, he boxed so well today. 2 years out the ring, or something like that. I think he's back now where we want to see that mega fight now with him and AJ. I think that fight could be next for both of them. What a massive fight that would be for British boxing. And let's see where it goes, man.
Tommy Fury pushes a very strong message here, clearly calling for the fight to finally happen without any more delays. He acknowledges Anthony Joshua's personal struggles, but still insists there is no need for tune-up fights or hesitation. His tone reflects frustration at how long this matchup has been discussed, reinforcing the idea that the heavyweight clash should have already taken place years ago.
Of course, definitely, I see it happening this year. If AJ gets his shit together, like I say, he's gone through a lot. I understand that, but I don't think a tune-up fight helps or doesn't help. Let's just get the fight on. It should have happened 10 years ago, So hopefully he can get done.
Eddie Hearn lays out a clear step-by-step plan for Anthony Joshua, suggesting a warm-up fight before the massive Tyson Fury showdown. The idea is to rebuild momentum and ensure AJ is fully prepared for the biggest test of his career. This confirms that discussions are structured and the Fury fight is being actively planned rather than just talked about.
Netflix, everybody. So I think they'll be looking at a slightly easier option for Anthony Joshua to, like Tyson Fury had, with all due respect, and then move straight into that fight.
So are you looking at AJ fighting this warm-up in July and then Fury in November?
100%.
So that's the plan?
That's the absolute.
Sugar Hill focuses on Tyson Fury's personality rather than just his boxing performance, highlighting how comfortable and confident he looked. He emphasizes that Fury was enjoying himself and performing in the way fans expect, both inside and outside the ring. This reinforces Fury's image as not just a fighter, but also one of boxing's biggest entertainers.
I thought he did good. I thought he had fun. Things he had worked on in training camp. More importantly, just him being happy, being back an entertainer. Forget about boxing. He's an entertainer. Entertaining at the press conference, the weigh-ins, on the ride to the gym.
Simon Jordan explains that the situation now depends heavily on Anthony Joshua's decision and readiness to face Tyson Fury. He highlights how public appearances naturally create pressure and expectation between both fighters. The moment is not just promotional but psychological, where every face-off increases tension and pushes the narrative of a possible fight closer to reality.
Where the situation lies, which is up to Anthony Joshua. If he feels he's ready to fight Tyson Fury, then that fight can happen. But he may well not feel that. And I do think that ultimately Anthony, sitting there at ringside, would have known what was coming, would have known there's an expectation for him to have some sort of interaction with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury doesn't just arrive back on the scene and Anthony Joshua sit ringside and doesn't expect to have an interaction.
Alexander Usyk gives a direct prediction, confidently backing Anthony Joshua over Tyson Fury in a potential showdown. His statement adds another respected heavyweight voice to the discussion, strengthening belief in AJ's power and ability. Even though short, it adds weight to the growing debate around who would come out on top in this mega fight.
AJ win. Hey, belly. You know? Where is he? AJ...
Arslan Makhmudov shows strong confidence in Tyson Fury's ability to beat Anthony Joshua, pointing out Fury's strength and experience against top-level opposition. He believes Fury can win either by decision or knockout, suggesting a dominant performance. His comments add to the narrative that Fury remains one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the division.
Crazy strong punch, you know. I think if you ask Tyson Fury, he will tell you. And he did good test himself. And now he's ready for Joshua. For Joshua, he already 100% he can beat him.
Points, knockout, do you think?
This stuff I don't know, but I think he beat him easy now.
Ajit Kabale reacts cautiously when asked about a potential Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight, acknowledging the excitement it would bring to fans. However, he avoids giving a firm prediction, showing how unpredictable the matchup really is. His uncertainty reflects how evenly matched and high-risk this heavyweight clash is considered.
Bring him out. This was a good show, for the fans. Yeah, we will see. I think all the fans in Britain, he will see the fight. AJ versus Fury.
Who do you think will win that fight after what you saw tonight?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know. But my prediction is very bad. I say to you, Fury win the fight maybe in the first 4 rounds, but you see the results. I don't know. Really, I don't know.
Dillian Whyte delivers a very aggressive and emotional response, criticizing the delay and talk surrounding the fight. He pushes for immediate action instead of negotiations, insisting that real fighters should just agree and step into the ring. His frustration reflects what many fans feel, that the biggest heavyweight fight should already be happening instead of being constantly discussed.
He just said I'm the boss, I'm the landlord, and I don't know. He just says AJ stuff, just bollocks. Just say yes, it's the biggest fight in real boxing. Just say yeah, you let him get any younger, you let's get older. The fight's getting harder and harder to make. Just take the fight and just shut up. Just have the fight. That's the difference between me and him. I'll have it. I'll fucking have it. You don't need to go with me into a fight. I'll have it. You need to go with me and have it right away. It makes sense. We want to.
The heavyweight division is now standing on the edge of one of the biggest fights in modern boxing, with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury slowly being pushed towards a collision that fans have wanted for years. Every expert opinion, every interview, and every heated comment is building the pressure around this matchup. If Tyson Fury comes out on top, It further strengthens his legacy as one of the most dominant heavyweights of this era and shuts down any remaining doubts about his form. If Anthony Joshua wins, it completely reshapes the division and re-establishes him as the top force in world boxing after years of criticism and pressure. What makes this even more interesting is the mental side of the fight, where Fury brings experience, unpredictability, and confidence, while Joshua brings power, discipline, and a strong hunger for redemption. At this stage, it is no longer just about skill but about mentality, and who wants it more when everything is on the line. Fans are tired of talk and want action inside the ring, as the anticipation continues to grow every single day. Now the real question is simple: do you believe Tyson Fury still dominates the heavyweight division, or is Anthony Joshua about to shock the world? Drop your opinion in the comments, like the video, and subscribe for more boxing breakdowns like this.